What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be talking about 5 things that I love about America. America. Where I am right now, my home country, my country, the great nation of America. Now, you might not think so, but I hope you change your mind. And I love you anyway. Okay, jump right into it. First thing I love is humor. Now, other countries definitely have funny people, and I think you'd be surprised at what countries you can find funny people in. I think India has a lot of funny people. China, not as much of a pronounced sense of humor, but kind of find like older guys sometimes have a good sense of humor. France, I think French people, all of them I've met have been really funny. So those are just some that I wouldn't usually think of. But anyway, we're talking about America. I would venture to say that most of the greatest comedians come from America. Plenty come from Canada too, but we share sort of a similar culture, so that's kind of to be expected. So yeah, I mean, I could list comedians all day that are super funny. England has good humor too. I don't even think I need to say any, but I'll just say Will Ferrell, Zach Galifianakis. I'm struggling to think of some now, but there's obviously a ton. Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, tons of amazing comedians. I'd say the vast majority come from America, but plenty sure come from England and other places too. But anyway, rambling. Humor, number one thing. And I should say with humor, is that just the people around, not so much here in California, but definitely like where I'm from, Wisconsin, people are super funny. And I think people are funny in like sort of Boston area. But it is diverse, which is my third point I'll get to later, is diversity. But first one, humor. Okay, done rambling. Hopefully you enjoy that part of America. Hopefully if you come here, you'll meet a lot of funny people. Last thing is, I think people kind of get a little bit of humor from like sitcoms, because a lot of people internationally watch American sitcoms. It's not really my type of humor, but there it is. Okay, finally, moving on. Second is the business environment, and not actually working in a business per se. I'm not completely sure how it stacks up with other countries, but just that America, the customer is always put first. The customer is treated very well, and we have a saying, the customer is always right, which I don't really agree with, but that's just the kind of mentality that you get. So if you're a customer, you're treated very well. And I've been in other countries where actually, my mom told me that she was, I won't say what country, but she was in another country. And in America, the waiter treats you super, super well, will get you whatever you need, be waiting on you hand and foot, usually. And so you just kind of come to expect that. I don't really care about that sort of thing, but that's just how it is in America. I mean, I don't care about that thing. I don't really care about weight, personality per se. Just as long as I get my food, that's all I need. But older people kind of like that, being treated special. So anyway, my mom had told me, I probably should have not said my mom, said somebody else, but anyway, she said that she was in a country. Sorry if my rambling's all over. She was in a country, and the waiter, after he took the order, just sat down and smoked a cigarette in this sitting down in a chair next to him. Which, in America, that would never, ever, ever, ever happen. You would get fired immediately. So that's just a little example. And when you ask for help at a store, people are sometimes very reluctant, don't even want to talk to you. Maybe it's just my experience because some people just don't like Americans. But nonetheless, I mean, I still think you should try to help people if you're working at that job, unless that's not in their description. But that would be in their description in America. If you're working, at a grocery store or something, and someone asks you, in America, they would very much try to help you out. They would usually stop whatever they're doing and try to help you. Not that I think that they need to do that you could just tell somebody, oh, it's in this aisle. But a lot of times they'll walk with you to the aisle and show you exactly what you need. So that's just one thing I enjoy, is that you're treated well. I could talk about a lot of other examples, but I don't want to make this video too long, and I tend to sometimes ramble. Okay, so we'll move to number 3, which is diversity. I touched on earlier. Diversity is a huge thing in America. I'd venture to say we're the most diverse country in terms of people, everyone in the world, or every different nationality, ethnicity, culture. Obviously, those people bring their culture here, so lots of different things coming in. Food, again, all those cultures bringing their food in. Although a lot of people sort of eat the same thing every day, which is why Americans have a bad reputation for eating hamburgers and pizza and hot dogs and stuff. Nonetheless, we have most every different food available if you look hard enough. And geography / weather. I mean, I'd say the majority of our climate is kind of similar, but there are definitely extremes. Maybe a bad example is like Hawaii and Alaska, but also if you get Florida, compared to like South Dakota, compared to Texas, compared to Seattle, rainy. You got Florida that's flat, hot, humid. South Dakota that's like pretty warm but grassland. Wisconsin, where I'm from, it's a lot of forest. So just a bunch of different diversity and geography and weather. In Wisconsin, we can get could be 80 one day, 80 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is, Celsius, but it's really hot. I'll try to find it and put it up. 80 degrees one day, and then the next day it could be snowing, or a few days later, or vice versa. Snowing one day, next day 80 degrees. So it's pretty crazy. That usually only happens in spring, maybe fall, but nonetheless. Okay, and the second to last point, number 4, is general sense of love and care. Now, it's kind of a hard thing. I mean, I think it's more prevalent in the Mideast. Why would Midwest, where I'm from, and Midwestern people sort of have a reputation. I think probably the nicest people, maybe Minnesota, and Wisconsin people are nice, but I don't think to the degree of Minnesotans and people from Iowa, that sort of area. And I think Southern people, Southern hospitality is a saying, meaning just how nice Southern people are. I think people deep down people deep down care about you, and LA and New York area, but they just don't really show it that much, and they seem kind of fake. So, I mean, you might get screwed over by people, but they're not gonna. They care about you staying alive, and which doesn't seem like a lot, but people want you to be happy. I think that's it. People want you to be happy. They want you to feel loved and cared about. I think that's genuine, and very genuine in America. Where, again, I'm sure plenty of other countries have the similar or same feel, but it feels. I definitely feel it in America. Maybe it's just because it's my home country. I don't know. But let me know what you guys think about that. And the last one is creativity. I know people might get mad about this, but I would venture to say America is the most creative country. And I think it is because there's so many vast different cultures coming in and new ideas and thinking. And I actually think it's partially because our school system is not that great. It's enough for you to get by, but it's not so much that it stifles creativity, as opposed to I'm just gonna say it, China. I think it does stifle creativity because they are in school for so long, and they have to work so hard. I love China, but I'm just saying. Anyway, we're talking about America. I think we have most of the great movies, movie makers, musicians, artists, painters, and so on and so forth. Maybe you disagree with me. That's fine. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching. Love you so much. God bless. Have a great day.